Hi, everyone. It's me, Dr. Stacy Betancourt, with another edition of Making Sense with Dr. Stacy. So, last week I talked to you about a questionable connection between New Year's, New You, with a question mark. And like I said in last week, that was intentional. So, I spent a lot of time this week thinking about the beginning of the year and, there's so many things with it. It can seem very overwhelming for some people, or a sense of relief. For some people, leaving the previous year behind is a blessing because of the things that have happened. You may have experienced negative challenges, you may have experienced some disappointment or even sorrow. So, a change in year can seem a blessing. And yet, the other side of that is that, with new year, new days, better year, better circumstances, you begin to think about, how do you make your plans? How do you make those resolutions so that you don't jeopardize that newness that you're looking for that's going to take care of everything? So, invariably, the coming of a new year is a push for change. And whether it be a form of self improvement, making a lifestyle change, a choice, some form of advancement, my wondering here is, why do we wait for the new year? Why do we wait? There's nothing that says in order to initiate positive change in your life, you have to wait until January 1st. And so I encourage you to get that thought process out of your memory banks. Because here's the thing, I look at myself. Several years ago, I was going through a very difficult time in my life. And as I found myself coming out of that time in my life, I began to seek other ways to continue to foster a, a mindset change, a lifestyle change, all of those things that were going to help me be a better me and lead me to where I am today. And I happen to be very proud of where I am today. So I reached a point where one day I just said, enough is enough. And for the physical challenges, I got on the treadmill and I didn't look back. Now, I do more than just treadmill run now, but the point is, you've got to start somewhere. I started journaling again, looking at my personal life, looking at what worked, what didn't, and getting rid of what didn't. And that's where I kind of bring us today. We're 7 days into the new year. And my question for you is, how many of you have already failed, air quotes, at the changes you wanted to make? How many of you have failed at your New Year's resolution? And the thing is it's not a failure. There can be a lot of reasons why the resolution isn't working out. For example, you could be looking at the whole picture where in what you're choosing may be something you choose in segments. Like if, I say I'm going to run a marathon and I've run 5 of them, so I speak from a little bit of experience. I didn't just sign up and I didn't just wait to get selected. Sometimes it's instant, sometimes it's not. But I didn't just show up on the day of the marathon and expect to run 26.2 miles. There were segments of different types of training that provided me the opportunity to cross the finish line. Maybe not in the time I wanted, but I still crossed the finish line all 5 times. The point is that you have to be able to look at your bigger picture. Okay, this is what I want. And then you've got to then step back and look at, okay, what do I need to get there? What do I need to do to make it happen? And so what I'm saying is, don't wait. Don't wait for a January 1st. Don't wait for a June 1st. Do what you need to do today that helps your dreams, desires, hopes, and goals come true. And if you're not sure how to get there, please drop it in the comments. Let's talk. If you need some time with me, email me through my website. I would be happy to help you. And if not me, find someone you can trust who has your true best interest at heart and will help you break those things down. Because here's the thing, nobody's keeping score. And I've talked about that before. If you are sitting here on January 7th, 2024, saying, I already blew my New Year's resolution, it didn't last long, I failed, it's over. Well, is it something you really want? If it is, it's not over. You just have to approach it differently. So stop keeping score. Stop kind of talking yourself out of it. Start talking yourself into it and let me know what you think. Remember, we don't know what people are going through, so be kind. We don't know who's struggling, so be considerate, have some grace. If you're going through some tough stuff, you know what? Give yourself some grace because you deserve it. So be kind to others, be kind to yourself. And I'll leave you with all of that, okay? If you have any questions, any comments, drop them below, email me, but most of all, be good to yourself. This is Dr. Stacy Betancourt with another edition of Making Sense with Dr. Stacy. And you know what? I'm going to see you next week. Take care, everyone.